Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at GBP USD on the 4-hour chart. We'll start by mapping out the range that we're dealing with, that we've been in for a while. And as you can see, it was still bearish, to making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Internally bullish, got wick rejected. Prevent it from breaking out past these highs, and it started trending back down. But it's trending sideways. It looks like, and we're looking for any type of bullish momentum shift in order to push past these highs, just like it did with the other dollar pairs. Because, like I said, it got rejected here, and it hasn't pushed back any further to start breaking these lows. So this is looking like a higher low from these lows. But again, it's still internal in this range, so most of these dollar pairs are still ranging, and then there's a lot of manipulation going on when Trump starts speaking about tariffs. So right now, they'll set up for anything, just waiting for any type of, if bullish momentum can kick up, I'll be starting looking for any opportunities once it passes these highs. But overall, it's still bearish, looking out on a higher time frame. Just waiting to see if these dollar pairs are actually reversing or not. Euro USD, same situation. These pairs are trending sideways, but this was able to break out of the range, which what we have been saying. Let's map out the range that it's currently in. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then this was tariff news. Broke down, but didn't break past these lows. Started trending up, but sellers rejected it. Now it's trending back down further. Overall, Euro USD is in a bear structure, but it hasn't broken past these lows, like I just said. Now these pairs are technically just in a trending sideways. So normally, if it was a trending market, you'd be looking for any breaks, map out the range, look for any type of opportunities in discount and premium, and expecting the highs of that range to be broken, or the lows if it was a bear structure, swing structure. But right now, there's a lot of manipulation going on when the president speaks. So you have to just be on the lookout to see if there's any other opportunities. So what I just briefly explained, which is not something that I teach on this channel, but these are weekend gaps. And most of the time gaps do get filled. And when you think about it, there's a lot of orders just sitting under here that haven't been filled. So this is what happens when the market's open on Sunday. These gaps normally get filled within the first 3 days, like 72 hours. But what's been happening with these Euro USD and these other dollar pairs, they've been filling within the 24 hours. So that is another way to trade these while we're still in this range, while these markets aren't trending, and while Trump is still speaking about tariffs. Every time Trump talks about tariffs, the dollar gets stronger, which makes these pairs weaker. And if you can pick up on the patterns, and that's how you can make money in these markets. So one way, this was Trump 2 weeks ago mentioning tariffs during market hours, and this is what happened when it opened on Sunday. So when you look at this is the 4-hour chart, you can see the wick rejections. You can go down to the lower time frames and wait for any type of buying setups, anticipating that these gaps get filled. Now we can't really time or really know when the gaps get filled, but like I said, once you pick up on the patterns of Euro USD, they normally get filled within 24 hours. So that's another way to play these markets. And as you can see, this was also this past weekend, Friday. This time Trump mentioned tariffs after the market closed on Friday. And then on Sunday, he mentioned there's going to be 25% tariffs on metals across the board. And if you really pay attention to what's going on, he said this, or at least the Reuters article came out at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or within the 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Hour. And these Forex markets open at 5. So this is strategic that he says something on Friday, causing this weekend gap. Said something on Friday, causing the weekend gap. And it's also looking strategic that he mentioned that there are more tariffs right before the markets open on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern. So you can also play that gap, but these candles just went straight bullish and filled the gap immediately. But it's just another way to look at things if you want to pick up on patterns, because these markets aren't really in trending. We're waiting to see if these pairs were reversing. So right now, I'm not looking for any setups. I would see that this is continue to break down any further and break past these lows, because everybody was already thinking or saying that this is going to go, EUR USD at least was going to go towards parity anyway. But like I was saying, these pairs were looking, because this started breaking out of being bullish, starting a bullish trend. But as long as tariffs keeps being mentioned in the news, it's making the dollar stronger, manipulating these prices back down. So AUD USD, same situation, but it's been trading sideways. Been looking at the technicals, looks like manipulation. If you study the master patterns, expansion, manipulation, or Wyckoff, breaking, getting the sweeping liquidity on both sides. Look like the spring. Like I said, the technicals aren't playing out probability wise right now, just across most pairs. I would expect the spring to break past these highs, and it hasn't done that yet. It started consolidating sideways, but let's go ahead and map out the range. Just briefly, this range, I'm not saying that this is well, it is technically bearish, but across the board, it's just been ranging sideways. And as you can see, the markets are fractal, so this isn't sweeping liquidity. But if you can look at these 4-hour candles, this did the same thing as the bigger structure, trade sideways, swept liquidity. Looks like a spring, but this hasn't broken out of its highs either. We want to be looking for any type of bullish momentum, expecting a break of these highs and breaking out this range going forward, and looking for any type of pullback and any type of opportunities to buy. NZD USD, similar situation. It's been trading sideways. To say it's the same as the Wyckoff pattern. This spring swept liquidity, wasn't able to break these highs, but let's go ahead and map out the range. Right now it's consolidating sideways, isn't able to push forward. Still waiting to see if there's any type of bullish momentum to push the prices past this high of this range, and then wait for any opportunity, any type of pullback, to see if we can continue pushing forward and pushing higher. GBP AUD, we're looking at the wider range. Let's go to the daily chart. This did pull back, and this is a trending market. What you can see, let's map out the range from the daily perspective. It's different from the US dollar pairs. It is trending. It's been making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high, pull back 50% into discount, higher low from this low, and sellers rejected up here. What I've been saying from last week, you have to be careful in order to see if this is a lower high from these highs, but still bullish until it's not. And let's go down to the 4-hour chart. It's been pulling back, waiting to see the reaction from this area of demand, because this is the higher low from the other lows. Waiting to see the reaction from here. Like I said, like I was saying, if it does push down past this, and I'll be looking for any sales to continue down and break those lows. But if it reacts, if there's bullish momentum reacting from here, then I'll be looking to take any buying setups in order to push past these highs, and then eventually push past the higher highs. NZD, GBP, NZD, same situation. Similar chart, sorry. This is a trending market. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Map out the range. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Came back in a discount. Started pushing forward. It got rejected. It's good. Like I said, could be a lower high, but waiting to see any type of momentum shift in order to keep pushing forward. It's the 4-hour chart. This still retracing back, waiting to see if there's any reaction, just like with GBP AUD from this area of demand, or if this is right now it's trending, well, not trending, consolidating sideways. If there's any type of bullish momentum shift, even from here, since this is at the 50% mark, if there's any type of bullish momentum shift from this area, then I'll also be looking for any buys. But waiting to see how GBP AUD goes, see if it will push down further here, and see if there's any type of bullish momentum shift. Like I was saying, look at any opportunities to buy either from here, or if it breaks out of this area of consolidation now, then I'll be looking for any type of buys in order to break past these highs and break past these highs. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.